All right, guys, what's going on? Coach AC here, getting ready to go for our Rainbow Six camp. You're gonna see here it's a Twitch session, so we call this day zero at Esports Camps. All right. What day zero means? This is like a preview of what you're gonna get in the full camp. So essentially, what you end up with is this is like a movie trailer of what you're going to get in the week-long session with us, where you get a coach and all that. Okay, so we call this day zero. There's day one, day two, day three, day four, and day five with a tournament involved. Okay. Um, so again, this is through Esports Camps. If you're going to register, go ahead and register on their website, and we'll get the link in the chat in a few minutes for you guys as well. But we're just gonna go ahead and get started right away as people start rolling in. We'll get there. We'll get more people in here. All right. So first things first. Obviously the operator that you play is going to be uh, a big role in how you play the game and how you kind of operate. So basically, you want to pick an operator that suits your play style. So, for example, if you're playing Cav, you do not want to just be sitting in a corner and camping the whole game, right? If you want to be someone that's running around looking for kills, you want to have that high mobility. Okay, so someone like Cav should be running around the map, right? Um, and then and other people like Doc, because you have the healing, the res, you want to make sure that you're kind of chilling. You don't want to be running around the map if you're like a one speed operator. If you're a three speed, then you should be running around. Same thing goes on offense, right? If you're the infiltrator or the person that's going to be breaking down reinforced walls like thermite, you do not want to be the first guy that's going in. You kind of want to be hanging back until the team needs you. You know, if you don't have someone to break down those reinforced walls and then you get to the site, you're screwed. That's it, right? So we want to make sure that the operator you play matches your play style. All right. Shiny, what's going on, man? Iron Man, how we doing? Thanks for tuning in to the Rainbow Six camp. Appreciate it. A question that I get a lot, right, when we do any sort of coaching with Rainbow Six is, should I main only one or two operators? And that's a difficult thing to answer because the Rainbow Six is kind of a spin-off of a hero shooter almost with like Counter-Strike elements, and basically you want to make sure that while yes, you should main one or two operators, you should be flexible enough to fill any role that's needed. For example, there's no like if you guys play Overwatch, um, if you play League of Legends, all of those, there's roles that you select, right? So for example, if you want to be a damage person, you select damage. If you want to be a tank, you pick tank. In Rainbow Six, we don't see that there's a role select. So you can queue up for a ranked game and um you're not gonna get perhaps the role that you need or the role that you want to play. So you have to have one or two operators that can play that you're comfortable with playing every role. For example, I like playing Thermite and Ash as infiltrators, but then I also like to play, you know, Sledge or as an infiltrator as well. And then you can also be more recon players, uh, stuff like that. So you have to have one or two in each role. You don't want to just be limited to one role. That's where you can get in some trouble. Okay, and you're gonna see there's a lot of one-trick players that they only want to play Thermite and that's it. They don't care what what you're doing, what the team's doing. They're Thermite. That's it. End of the story. Okay. Um, another question that I always get um is like what operator is the most overpowered right now, or like is there an operator that I should be using just because they're OP? The answer to that question is really any operator that comes out that's the most recent operator is always going to be broken. That's just the way that it goes. So the way I tell people is if you have the new operators, go ahead and use them, learn them. Um, but for the most part, Rainbow Six does a fantastic job of balancing out operators, in my opinion. Some are, there's some out there, but for the most part, the operators are pretty even. It just comes down to, are you comfortable with your gun? In my personal opinion, I think anyone with an ACOG sight is going to be the most overpowered. Yang, exactly. Um, but I think that generally do a pretty good job. Like you said, there's one or two that you can think of right off the bat that are just annoying and banned right away. Um, but then again, it's mostly gunplay, right? Gunplay is part of the game. You're gonna have to realize that. So it's just being comfortable with the gun. The abilities kind of, or the gadgets are like a secondary aspect. Okay. And the last thing that I always tell people is that the team composition does matter. So just because, like we'll use Ying as an example, just because you're gonna want to use this OP guy or OP operator, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the right one for you or the right one for the team composition. Okay. So basically, having someone that can recon, having someone that can then infiltrate, that's going to be how you can better win your games, is having that team setup where you can combo things off each other. For example, another thing I want to point out too is, like, let's say you're playing hostage, right? Hostage game mode. You're not going to go fuse, right? I hope we're not going Fuse. I really do. Okay. Um, so again, Fuse is a cool operator. It does a lot of damage if you're trying to control a site. However, if there's like something that's sensitive to damage in that site, Fuses are gone, right? You can't pick Fuse. So I hope that's not, that's another example of how picking your operator depends on the game. Okay. So none of this one trick people that just ride one operator all the way to diamonds. That doesn't really happen. If you're picking different operators, what you can do, pick different operators that use the same gun or a similar gun. MP5, MP5K. Don't use an operator like Frost all the time because her gun is pretty much the only one like it. Okay. Um, and then I think what's most unique about Rainbow Six that people tend to sleep on is how important the map is, right? So we do the Call of Duty camp, and in Call of Duty, it's much more simple. Okay, it's a map. And no matter what way Activision or Call of Duty decides to shake it up, it's three lanes. There's a middle lane, a left lane, and a right lane. There's no other way you can shake it up, right? Regardless of whether you know the map, it's the same thing. It's three lanes. So in Rainbow, every map is completely unique. You need to know all the maps pretty much like the back of your hand. What I recommend, I'm gonna lean back real quick. All right, there we go. What I recommend is you want to make sure that you're playing custom games to learn the map. You want to watch YouTube. There's a lot of great guides out there that will teach you different different peak angles, spawn peaks, um, which windows to go in, which windows to not go in, where to put your traps, all these things that are going to be pointed out to you. Um, Same thing. Are there walls that are going to be easy for me to break, or are there walls that are going to be important for me to reinforce? Right? Knowing where all the sites are going to be is extremely important. Knowing where the spawns are is going to be extremely important because if you want to spawn peek or jump out quickly, you're going to want to know where the spawn is. Okay. Is there an opportunity to peek or run out on this map? Some maps offer a lot of opportunity for that, such as like the bank, right? When you go into the bank map, you can immediately run out, take a few shots, and run back in, no problem. No, can I get in from above or below a site? So, for example, if it's on the second or third floor, can I get in from the bottom or can I get in from the top? This below thing is new because of the new operator that came out this season. You can actually come up from the bottom now. And then also camera locations. Camera locations are going to be extremely important. So being able to quickly tap out those cameras in the beginning of a round, and then how can you make the most out of your gadgets, or how can you better play for your operator? Okay, so for example, where should I be putting my thermite charges? Where should I be putting my ash rockets? Okay, uh, let's see. Let's go through the chat real quick. Today is the Rocket League camp on Twitch or on Discord. I believe the Rocket League camp is on Discord. All right, so next up we have working through the map. All right, so pacing yourself. Rainbow Six is probably one of the slowest played shooters out there right now. So you want to make sure that you're using your angles. You're not just running through, right? You're not holding down the shift key or your sprint button, holding down that left stick, and running through the entire map. That's not going to fly. Okay, so you want to use your angles, proceed slowly. And then obviously, if you have the opportunity to drone, you should be droning every single time. Drone, drone, drone. If you're with a squad, one person drones one angle, and then that's done. You go from there. Next time you get stuck in a spot, next person drones. Okay, really talking about how the drones as well. Obviously the leaning mechanic of Rainbow Six is super unique. Um, I'm sure we've all seen the memes in Rainbow Six where they come down with the gun, and there's always the memes out there on YouTube. You guys see all the time where they start to shoot and they just go, well, you just do the leaning mechanic back and forth, right? I know I looked like an idiot doing that, but that's pretty much the comp Rainbow Six mechanic right there. We just bounce your head back and forth. I mean, that's just the way it is. Okay, so using the lean to your advantage to create new angles for yourself and to do that cheesy thing that I just showed. Using your gadgets to your advantage. For example, if you're mute, how you can use that. Smoke, how you can use that. Tachanka, just don't be Tachanka. Stuff like that, okay? And then having an infiltrator operator push with you. So for example, I'm not going to run all the way to the site because I know there's going to be reinforced walls every time. There's never going to be a game where the walls are not reinforced. So you want to make sure that you have the infiltrator operator with you. You don't push and then realize, oh crap, I left the, thermite's way back there, right? We want to make sure we're pushing with thermite, okay? And then you can decide if you want to slow push or hard push. If you want to go 5 people, throw them all into one room and try to go for it from there. Or if you're trying to slow play it, send in 1, send in 2 another way, 2 another way, and you can slow play, which means you slowly play for picking people off. All right. And then obviously you want to utilize the lean mechanic like I was mentioning earlier. So in gunfights, keep your head moving. So like I mentioned earlier, making sure that you're constantly leaning, right? In Rainbow Six, the first person to get the headshot is going to end up winning the fights. That's just the way the game is. It's probably what makes the game as great as it is. It's all about the aim. The first person that can hit him in the head wins. So a big part of that is also crosshair placement. And then things to make sure that you're not necessarily being the one that gets headshotted first. You can crouch, drop shot, lean. All these things are going to be great for making sure that you win your gunfight. All right. And you want to make sure that you're creating difficult angles to be shot at. And then also to make sure that you are pre-firing. Pre-firing is going to be a huge benefit. If you hear someone coming with footsteps and you know they're coming from your left, already start shooting your gun before you come around that corner. All right. There's some quick info on guns I have here. So I have about, let's see, this is our last info slide, then we're going to get into gameplay right after this. Okay, so gameplay is coming in about 2 minutes. So the first thing that I always look at is not using lasers. Okay, lasers are, you can see that from a mile away. Okay, so we're not going to use lasers. If your gun can have an ACOG on it, I highly recommend using it. The other thing that I've noticed too with newer players is they don't understand that shotguns can actually be useful if you're just starting off, right? If your aim is shaky, why not just use a shotgun, right? You're gonna hit everything if you use a shotgun anyway. So, if you're playing with the shotgun, just change the way your game is. Just camp, move slowly, play those close angles. All right. Never use iron sights unless your name is Marley, that YouTuber. He is nasty. He's one person that can do it. That's about it. Obviously, recoil control is crucial. So learning how your gun recoils and how to manipulate it so that you get a headshot. And then always keep your crosshair at head level. Okay, that's going to be important. So making sure when you move, if you're moving up the staircase, your crosshair should be moving up. You should not have your crossfire aimed at the staircase. You're not going to fight a staircase. You're not going to fight a step. You're fighting the enemy team, so you move your crosshair up. All right, and then again, making sure that you pre-fire. All right, so for today, we're going to jump into gameplay now. Today we're going to work as a group to discuss and break down the map house, the updated one. And then we're going to go through and answer the questions that are shown earlier. So these questions here on this slide, we're going to go through on an actual map. Okay, so we're going to look for walls to break or reinforce, where the sites are, where the spawns are, where can I get a quick spawn peek, can I get in from above or below, where are the cameras, and then lastly, where can I make the most out of my gadgets. All right, So I'm gonna put this on be right back real quick while I just fire up. While I fire up Rainbow Six real quick. And if you guys would like me to play any operator in specifically, if you would like me to showcase a map in particular, but I think for right now I'm just gonna go into a game and see what we can get as a regular quick play game. But we'll see. We'll see what we get. Tachanka, Lord Tachanka. I love the fact that Tachanka became such a meme. Like it's hysterical that that is actually a thing. All right. And then if you're in the chat right now, if this is your first esports camp, let me know in the chat. I'm just curious to see how many of you guys are having your first esports camp experience with us today. Um, and obviously if you play other shooters, what other shooters you're playing. Um, it's your first one, that's cool. Shiny, what other shooters are you playing besides Rainbow Six, or are you pretty much strictly a Rainbow Six guy? All right, so welcome to all our new players. Oh, you're doing Rocket League. That's dope. That's awesome. I actually played Rocket League for my college team, so that was pretty. That was a fun time. I enjoy Rocket League a lot. All right, Waters, welcome to Esports Camp. Cool, cool, cool. Word, awesome. So let's see. So I have. You guys will see I'm on my Smurf account. All right, just before you guys start questioning. So what we're gonna do is I'll jump straight into a quick match. All right. And I want you guys to, in the chat, you guys are going to walk with me through a quick play game together. So I want you guys to start thinking like we're playing this map, answering those questions. Where should I infiltrate from? What camera should I shoot out right when I spawn? Things like that. I think one of the best things you can do with Rainbow Six is just converse with other players and develop new strategies, because everyone thinks of angles that others have never thought of, or how to get into sites that others have not. Right? If you guys watch, you guys know who Coconut Bra is on YouTube? If you do, let me know in the chat. But like, he's one of those perfect examples that he's not the best gunfighter. He absolutely kills it in creating new angles, getting creative, right? He shows you all these different ways to infiltrate maps, which is awesome. So that's something that I think is great. Like, personally for me, I might think a good spawn peak location, but you might have a better one, or how we can share this information with each other. Okay, so right here, I personally play a lot of Doc. So usually I just rock Doc and try to find myself a good spawn peak location. So we're going to be on Skyscraper here, which honestly is probably my least favorite map. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, I'm not going to lie. I am not a big fan of Skyscraper. Are you guys all in the Discord as well? Because I know in the Discord it's gonna be very important that you guys get in there as we prepare for the week-long Rainbow Six camp. The week-long Rainbow Six camp, the goal is to make sure that we're preparing for the esports scene, trying to take you guys to the next level. Okay, we want to make sure, like, I think that it's very easy to get yourself out of bronze or silver if you're placed at that level. But as you get to gold and platinum, like if you're a diamond player, it becomes more difficult to carry as you get higher in the rank. So I personally am one of those people that does think that being hard stuck at a rank is a thing. So we're gonna talk about like how to make that leap to the next level. I've been talking to you guys, you know, and seeing what you guys have said in the Discord and whatnot. I think it's kind of important. All right. I think it's really important that you try to figure out how you can get out of there. All right, so you're gonna see here. I'll let them get that. What do you guys know about this map? What do you guys think is a good spawn location? Do we want to stay on the second floor? Do we want to stay on the lower floor? What do you guys think? Again, we want to make sure we're playing towards the benefit of our operator. I am I am platinum. I've peaked pretty much as high platinum. I've fluctuated between platinum and diamond, but I've never been consistently diamond before. Alright, so we're gonna hold this room, and we're gonna try to hold the staircase that's over here, and watch that window right there. Alright. Also, if you guys don't play the headset, you're at like a severe disadvantage with this game, which is kind of funny. So you're gonna see here, I keep my crosshair placement right about where I think the head would be in the doorway as they come through. And then as I look over, I lower it. Okay. Again, the cool thing about this is the tips I'm giving you today, they will carry over from console. They will be carrying over from console to PC. None of these tips are strictly for PC. Alright. Let's not peek that same spot again. That sounds like a disaster. So we're going to try to get behind him here and hope it works. I don't know. I don't like being last alive as Doc. I'm not going to lie to you. No, I choked it! I had him! My mic is soft? Alright, I'll turn it up. I apologize for that. Let me fix that. I'll turn down my desktop audio as well. Alright, let me know if that mic is a little bit better, guys. If you guys can hear me a little bit more, I'll move it closer to my mouth as well. I thought I had him, bro. I got excited. I saw he wasn't looking at me, and I thought that was it, man. I thought that was it. Oh, well, man. What are you gonna do? I had the right play, too. I jumped over, got... Also, just like you guys, my main is actually on console. So I play mainly on console as well, like you guys. So that's obviously a little bit of a difference is the aiming mechanic with a mouse. Do you think console Rainbow Six? I think meta and strats is pretty much the same and very similar. I do think that the skill level is much higher on PC than it is on console. Just off of the fact of what you can do with a mouse as opposed to what you can do with a controller is such a different ball game. Um, I will say that because of the flicks that you can pull off on PC, I do think that on PC some of the metas and strats play a little more aggressive. I also think too in PC, people generally tend to play uh, the same game longer and dedicate themselves to a particular game as opposed to on console. You have to flip back and forth between many games and things like that. What do you guys think? What are your guys' opinions between PC and the console? You guys have a similar view, or people? I think on like for PC, this game had a very healthy population for a long time. You can put mute jammers on walls. Um, it's honestly really good, really useful strat. Just like in the chat says. I play on PC, but would change my field of view to 87 so we can see more. True, that's a very good point. And Shiny, how's that transition to PC going for you, man? I know it can be a little daunting task switching over. It's kind of like almost like you play the game, like from my personal opinion. Like I've played the game and I know like how to play, but I feel like I'm restarting almost. Like I know the mechanic, I know like where to aim, I know where to be, but like using a mouse just is like is hindering my ability at the moment. Um, you were so bad, but you're like, yeah. I feel like it's just you have to get through the growing pains, and once you get there, you're set, you know. Cause it is way better than a console. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It was easy for you to get used to PC. That's dope. Are you a wrist aimer? Or are you an arm? Do you use your whole arm? That's the thing I'm curious. How many of us actually aim with the wrist, and how many of us aim with our full arms? Because I know for a lot of people, if they aim with the wrist, it's it's uh it's an easier transition, but you have less control and your gameplay suffers. Whereas if you aim with your whole arm, it's a larger transition, but it's better for you. Both long term health wise and long term gaming wise. Yeah. Have you guys ever tried aiming with your forearm? Yeah. Like we play on like the 400 DPI, low sensitivity, but you fling your arm across your whole table. That's a thing. It's a thing. I've tried it several times. I can't get the hang of it. Honestly, like I can't do it. I found it to be I could do it in some games, but other games not so much. Like Overwatch, I could get the hang of it. All right, so we're gonna follow this guy on the rappel since I'm thermite and just they should make so when console um I look like a cat. Um, they should make so where console. Yes, I agree. That is the biggest downfall of playing Rainbow Six on console is that you can't stay lean for like hip fire, or you can't stay lean just to peek. I agree. That's a great point. What is? That is a great point. I like that idea. How do I get that animated background? What background are you referring to? You talking about like my PC background with Ronaldo? Uh, this one? Oh, you have to download on Steam. It's called Wallpaper Engine, and you can have like all these crazy animated wallpapers. It's like I think it's like $2 on Steam. And if you have like RGBs, you can have your wallpaper actually mimic what your RGBs are on your keyboard, which is pretty cool. So like I can have a wallpaper that's like syncs up with all my Razer peripherals. All right, and then also what I think we're planning on doing as well as we get prepared for our Rainbow Six camp is, I know for a lot of people the interest and the reason for coming to esports camps, and you can let me correct me if I'm wrong, but what I think with you guys is you guys would like to make that push for an esports team or forming a competitive team. Um, so what we're thinking of doing, correct me if I'm wrong, but if that's what you guys are here for and that's ultimately your goal, is we want to make sure that you guys can form a team. So perhaps after the camp, you guys can sign up for a more advanced camp where you play with a team, a set team of 5 or 6, whichever game it is that you play. Rainbow's 5, Call of Duty 6. But essentially, you would get to be coached by an esports camps coach with a set team for a week and basically get you set up and prepared for the esports scene as a team. And you guys can let me know your thoughts and opinion on that. But I'd like to hear what you guys think about that system. What the? I did used to play Ash back when she had an ACOG, and honestly, the Ash gun, I think, in my personal opinion, is the best gun that you can use. As far as like low recoil and stuff like that, I think it's the best gun. Because you could literally, when it had ACOG on it, you could stay way back, blast through the wall with her gadget, and then just have a nice clean fire, pretty much on any site you wanted with an ACOG. It's just kind of crazy to think about. But that's what I think too is Rainbow Six above most other games. They do a fantastic job of listening to the community, and I think that like um, the feedback that we give is actually listened to. Why am I getting vote kicked? I literally just joined. Okay, that was strange. Actually, let's open this pack real quick. Let's let's get ice. Oh man, that the hype did not live up to it right there. Also, I don't know if anyone in the chat, if anyone has like one of those Galaxy watches, but I just got one today about like an hour ago, and yeah, if you know any cool apps or things to use on it, let me know because I'm trying to set it up today. Does Wallpaper Engine start up when your PC does? Yes, that is a setting. You can just start it up like that. It should start up right away when your PC goes. Also, I don't know if we have any uh Patriots fans, but let me know your thoughts on Cam Newton going to the Patriots out of nowhere. Do I know any good spawn peaks? Yeah. On this map, honestly, the spawn peaks are plentiful. Um, especially once because we got lucky enough to get second floor. The spawn peaks are sweet on this map. So the thing I want to talk about too, I see a lot of mistakes as new players though, is like what we call this right here when you blow a hole in between two bomb sites. Okay, do you guys know what that's called? Let me know in the chat if you know what that's called when you blow a hole in between a non-reinforced wall between sites. Let me know if you know what that's called. So one of my rotational, nice, good stuff. One of my favorite spots to hold up in, as long as no one sees you get in here, is this room right here. Because pretty much all I gotta do is watch through there, but you can essentially watch a staircase right there as they kind of make the run in. Can I help you? Do you need healing or something? Okay. You know, chill out, bro. I'm too busy dealing with this Valkyrie in my face. She took my. Oh, I was gonna kill too. Oh my god. All right, well, the spot is low key loses its advantage as soon as you fire, because they're gonna know immediately to check this angle when they walk in. I know. I'm not a big fan of her. I also feel like her shotgun's kind of OP. Not gonna lie. Am I getting pre-fired? What was that? Yeah, I think once you get used to using an ACOG, there's the benefits far outweigh the negatives of an ACOG. Yeah, but that's just my personal opinion. And it depends on how you play as well. Like I personally I play this game because I enjoy the tactical approach that it forces you to take. Um, so I like to play that way, and I like to hold angles. So for me, the ACOG is a no-brainer. If I was like a Cav main where I just ran around the whole time, I would not be using an ACOG, obviously. And as you know, it's not even offered on her gun. So, bro, are we joking? Thought about a solid 3 seconds about just popping him in the noggin right there, boys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought about it. So again, something I always like to do too is when I walk around, start of the round, always look for, where they can pop up from the top, because a lot of people when they're new to the game, the first thing they try to do is come through these hatches. You can get some very trolly teammates. The other thing I don't like is about Rainbow is friendly fire being on in quick play. I think that's kind of tough because there's so many trolls that come out here on quick play that just try to, you know, be a troll. Which kind of stinks. Also, the cool thing about I think Rainbow Six always does a great job of taking jiggle peeking to the next level, which I think is kind of funny. Like if anyone plays Valorant or CS:GO where you just kind of strafe right and left, Rainbow Six takes it to a whole nother extreme. Alright, is that a dope skin? Let's see if you can clutch it. Oh. What's up? Alright, clutch, 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 clutch! Oh, my goodness. Damn, that dude was ready for him. Yeah, doggo. All right, let's see here. Um, let's just stick with the squad and let's run Ash here and see what we can pull off. All right, so again, I just want you guys to remember, make sure you guys sign up for the Rainbow Six Esports Camps if you have not already. Our goal is to, like I said, prepare you for that jump out of what your heart stuck at in your rank and make the leap to at least one, if not two. Um, so especially if you're, around that silver gold range, I think we can definitely get you at least from silver to gold or gold to platinum for sure, without a doubt. All right. Um, And again, if you're not already in the Discord, please join our Discord as well. I'm always active in there, asking you guys questions, um, asking you guys what you would like to see, especially if you are hoping for if you are on PC and you want to um, make that have esports camps actually do a console camp. Just stay active in Discord so we can keep chats up and make sure that we're having that conversation where maybe we can ultimately have one. Um, yeah, exactly. And our Discord is a great place if you're trying to find teammates too. We constantly have people in there chatting about what their rank is and if there's anyone in that same rank as them they'd like to play. And if you're trying to play esports, the best thing you can do is play with others. Um, and in the esports camps Discord, if you're in that, chances are you're trying to get better as well. So you're gonna be playing with people that have the same mindset as you, that are trying to get better like you. Um, so it's definitely a good place to find teammates and try to get better. This is not good. I have no idea where they are. No clue where the site is. Well, this might actually work out kind of nice. Yep, come on in, buddy. Another thing that I like to do as well is if I do have heavy, the heck happened down here? If I do have heavy infiltrators on my team, I find it very useful to, as they're blowing holes in the walls, to push from opposite angles. Just because I know, right? Um, it's because whoa, it's because honestly, like I try when we do the camps, I try to um conversate, like have a conversation, talk about what I'm doing, talk about Discord, the camp. So a lot of times, like when a game like Rainbow Six, it takes a lot to um, you know, make sure that you're focused and locked in. This is like one of those games that you can't be kind of like looking at your other monitor to look at the chat and then just get into a gunfight and pull it off. All right, match point on the attacking side. This should be good. Let's go. I want to get a sledge kill with like the hammer. Let's do it. Let's go for it. All right, is anyone in this chat gonna be participating in our Call of Duty camp today? Out of curiosity. Shiny, would you like to um if you would like to get into the Call of Duty camp, send me a message on Discord, por favor. It starts today, so we can try to get you in. Um, it's gonna be a week long camp, obviously. Um, so it's gonna be Monday through Friday. Uh, no, sorry, 6 to 8. Uh, do you? Oh, that's right, Rocket League camp. Well, stay tuned. There might be another Call of Duty camp in the future. Um, do you think aim slash gun skill or map and game knowledge are more important? I think in this game, in Rainbow Six in particular, I believe that the map and game knowledge is vastly superior to just the gunfighting mechanics. Um, I think the gunfighting mechanics are important. Um, but if I see this a lot where a lot of people come from Call of Duty, where their gunfight mechanics are good, but because they don't understand the way the game works and the patience it requires to infiltrate the site, that they don't do as well as they should, just because their gun skills are on point. Um, yeah, so the week-long camps are actually done via Discord and not on Twitch. So the way that it works is you join a Discord channel with your coach, and he will share his screen with you. Um, Okie dokie. Uh, he will share his screen with you, and then basically it's a more personalized session, more focused and driven. So for example, like you'll see here, you guys just kind of like watching me play. We're talking about things that I think are important for the game and how to get better. Um, but for the week-long camp, you got to be in a Discord call with your coach and probably like and the other campers, and you're going to be doing games together, games with your coach. You'll look over some film, do all that sorts of stuff to get better. So that's something to keep in mind. Um, and there might be like tournaments. Like for example, in our Rainbow Six camp, my goal is we'll ultimately have 10 players, or even if we have nine, and I have to jump in. We'll all be in a custom game together, talking. Um, do we play unranked to see how we do? For Rainbow Six, like I said, our goal is we'll have you guys split. Get everyone's names and stuff like that. We'll get everyone's ranked if they have one. If not, no big deal. And we'll put you guys into teams based off of ranks and stuff like that. And hopefully, our goal is to have two full teams that we can practice with, scrim with. I can share my screen so I can spectate. And we'll go through practice of a week long of doing that, reviewing maps, reviewing films, discussing spawn peak locations, discussing um, places like I was using mute, good places to put your mute stuff, things like that. And our goal is to have you prepared to play, and your gun skill will be better, your map awareness will be better, but we're gonna focus on like a map a day. So basically, by the end of our week-long camp, you will be have all the knowledge you need to just absolutely dominate um, 5 of the ranked maps, basically. Okay. You're part of a team and trying to become a better player and team captain. Okay, yeah. Then the camp is going to be perfect for you because you'll honestly get to see, um, how you would. What the heck is going on here? Oh, nice, 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 nice. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, but you'll basically be able to see how you should structure a competitive practice and how you should structure um a team to improve and get better together. Um, that's one of the things that we do a lot at esports camps is we're driving towards a team mentality, a team mindset, right? And as you know, if you play on a team, your kill death ratio is not the most important thing in the world. It's winning the game. So, actually, let's not do that. Yeah, so that's pretty much what you're gonna get from that camp. Um, you're more than welcome to talk to me if you'd like to get your team involved as well. But I think you're going to be getting a lot from this camp. Um, I think all of our coaches have played in an esports league or an esports team at some point in their esports career. So for some of us, like myself, I play very competitive 2K20, NBA 2K20, top 50 team in the world, and I played in the Collegiate Rocket League, stuff like that. And then I've been playing in game battles and FPS shooters competitively for a long time now, since 2014. So you're gonna see that there's a lot of us that we're not necessarily like some of us are focused in one game, but for most of us, many of us are just taking that jump now to um like a full-time coaching. A lot of us really enjoy coaching. That's what we enjoy and spend much of our time doing now, as opposed to um you know spending the hours playing competitive like we used to. All right, let's see. Actually, let's do that. I think too, I wish that they would add me to Rainbow Six is like, so I opened that up, right? And then we immediately got a kill. I think you should get like more points or an assist for that. I think that'd be a cool way um, to get people to play more in a team mindset. Is Rocket League all consoles? I believe so for the camp, yes. I don't know what the camp is doing though. You have to talk to the coach. Yes it is. So yes it is. They can confirm that. What the? But yeah, so the Rocket League will be cross-platform. No, like what he means, I'm sorry, Shiny. By all consoles, meaning you can play on PC, you can play on Xbox and PS4. You're not limited to just one like one platform. So you can play PC, you can play Xbox. It doesn't matter. You'll be all set. Yeah, I think most people play PC with a controller for Rocket League. All right. All right, boys, that's going to be our last game. We got to get ready for the Call of Duty camp. Thank you for tuning in today. Again, our Rainbow Six Siege competitive camp will be a week-long session, and they'll be meant for people that are trying to improve their rank at least uh, one, if not two. Okay, if you're hard stuck, this will be the camp for you. Sophie, relax. I know you want to go to the camp too. It's okay. Um, But yeah, so join Discord, keep in touch. It's gonna be really important that you guys are in the Discord as well. Send me screenshots of your gameplay, any cool clips you want me to look at, or if you're just looking for teammates, this is gonna be a great place to find teammates in our Discord as well. Okay. And if you happen to see me on playing Rainbow Six, go ahead and shoot me a message. I'd be more than happy to play with you guys. All right. That's gonna be it for me today, guys. For those of us that are joining the Rocket League camp today, have fun. You're gonna be in good hands with our coach there. And then for those of us that are doing Call of Duty camp today, I will see you in like an hour. All right, guys. So take care. Thanks for watching, and make sure you sign up for Rainbow Six camp and let me know when you do in the Discord.